Hey guys, what's up? Matt here. Just wanted to give you start off this video with my review of Monday Night Raw. Basically, in a nutshell, I thought it was a good show. Probably one of the best shows in a while in the past few weeks. I like that. I like the whole DX kind of having a mock birthday party for Vince McMahon at the beginning of the show, bringing out the Vegas showgirls and having the cake come out with Big Dick Johnson in it, which I thought that was pretty funny, and all that stuff. So at the beginning of the show, they also literally at the beginning of the show, the opening moments of the show, the first thing you saw was Legacy backstage, and Randy Orton was basically addressing what happened last night with when the fan interfered during the John Cena and Randy Orton match. As I'm sure most of you already know, that was not a fan. It was WWE developmental wrestler Brett DiBiase, also Ted DiBiase's brother. And Ted DiBiase admitted that that was Brett DiBiase who interfered in that match, and Randy Orton said that Brett DiBiase was there. The camera kind of panned off to the side a little bit and showed Brett DiBiase standing there. He apologized to Orton, and Orton said that basically frowned upon what he did, and said that it looked at the camera and said that it would never happen again. So and after all this, the main event of the show was DX and McMahon versus Legacy, all three members of Legacy. That was a pretty good match. It didn't really. I thought the ending was a bit boring. Could have been a lot better. I was actually expecting Vince McMahon to turn on DX, which I'm surprised didn't happen, but I'm surprised they actually got along, and Mr. McMahon won the match after John Cena eventually came out, and they all had Randy Orton cornered, and Shawn Michaels super kicked Randy Orton, and then John Cena gave the FU, or the attitude adjustment, to Randy Orton, and Vince McMahon pinned Randy Orton excuse me, for the win. In other news, so that's my review of Monday Night Raw. It was a good show. I just recently read an article that Vince McMahon plans on having his own WWE television network within the next 2 years. If you can believe that. Vince McMahon said having his own television network is something that he's always wanted to do, and he plans on. It's not really just rumors. It's definite. Vince McMahon said he will have his own television network within the next 2 years. So that'll be definitely interesting to see how that's going to turn out. Most of the article actually referred to why the WWE's PG, which is a very controversial topic, especially for me, since I'm completely 110% against the PG ratings. You're not a longtime WWE fan if you're a fan of the PG ratings. And John Cena, as I always am, a lot of people are very naive about it, but most people won't admit that John Cena had a big influence on the decision to go PG. John Cena confirmed that in this interview. John Cena quoted, and I quote, that WWE needed to be refreshed. It needed to be. It had become stale and needed to be changed, which is just completely wrong. Because if you look at the facts, the WWE is at its worst point right now. There is a big gap since when WWE started to go PG, and from then on, the product was horrible. The product was terrible. It was stale. The wrestlers were terrible. They weren't creating new stars. It was obvious to me and any longtime fan that the PG ratings were not going to help them, because, to be quite honest, young kids, little kids, like most of John Cena's fans, they're not the ones who pay the money. They're not the ones who bring in the dough. It's the adults. I don't think the PG ratings will be able to last very long. Arn Anderson, who was a part of the company, he's used to be a wrestler, but now he's just part of the creative team now. Arn Anderson stated that he doesn't think that the TVPG ratings are going to last very long. He said that they're a phase, and I think it is a phase. I think it's just a phase that they're going through where Vince McMahon has got the idea in his head that you have to change with the times, which I can't stand it whenever I hear that quote from him. Which is completely wrong. You don't have to change anything. Just because the times change. The problem with times today is that we're too focused. We're so focused on making things appropriate for little kids that it's destroying things. It's destroyed the wrestling business. It's destroyed the WWE. Because there's no way that you're going to be anywhere near as entertained in the PG era as you would be in the TV-14 era, like the Attitude Era and before that. If you look at the TVPG era since SummerSlam of last year, SummerSlam 2008, since that pay-per-view and on, every pay-per-view has been TVPG, I mean, and every show has been TVPG. From that SummerSlam and on, if you compare that era, the PG era so far, and if you compare that to the TV-14 era, the TVPG area is far less entertaining, it's far less exciting, it's far less violent, it's far less everything than the TV-14 era. I mean, even when the WWE was not doing very well, even when it wasn't good, when it was actually in the TV-14 era, because towards the end of the TV-14 era, I'm probably confusing some people, but I'm sorry. As the TV-14 ratings were getting ready to end, the company was not doing well. So they assumed that by broadening their audience, by expanding it out to little kids, they thought that they were going to help the product. They thought that they were going to get higher ratings. They thought they were going to get higher merchandise sales, higher pay-per-view buys, higher everything, which has not happened. Has not happened at all. And things have gotten worse. If anybody out there has actually seen the exact amounts of viewership, the exact viewership ratings, the exact number of pay-per-view buys, the amount of money that the WWE takes in each year with pay-per-views and merchandise and ticket sales, they are significantly lower than they were back in the Attitude Era, because it's this TVPG thing. Little kids are not the ones giving in the money. They're not the ones supplying the WWE with, merchandise sales and pay-per-view buys. It's the adults. The adults are the ones who are paying for these things. And it's also the adults are the main reason why WWE went PG in the first place. So, do the math. Why do you think the WWE sales are so terrible? Why do you think the viewership ratings are so terrible? The same people that complained about it, how it was so violent back in the TV-14 era, are the same ones who are the ones that are supplying the WWE with their revenue, which completely, it doesn't make any sense. So I could go a lot more with this. I'm just gonna end it there. That's the main things I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you later. Peace.